What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Dodging Disaster with Suge and Josh. First off, man, we want to tell y'all Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. 2026. What you think about 2026?
It's larger than 2025.
We hope so.
Yeah, for sure, man. So we hope everybody had a great holiday, good Christmas, man, great New Year's. Hopefully better things to come.
That's
man.
right. We're hoping for big things in 2026. I know our schedule's a little off with the holidays.
So forgive us.
Yeah. We're actually recording in the daytime.
Look at there, man. I can't tell you that I don't think we've ever done this with light coming through the windows
We've
here.
got natural light.
Yeah, if y'all can't tell, I mean, and we probably look beautiful in natural light.
We look they could probably see us a lot better now.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Well, y'all, we got some interesting topics, probably some good comical topics. Like I said, we don't script this stuff, so we shoot from the hip. So there's no telling what you're gonna hear this evening.
No notepads here. We just fly off the hip, shoot off the tongue, and hope we don't say anything wrong.
So, what we're going to be talking about first off is our pet peeves. You know, like what really grinds your gears, if you will.
I've I've got a lot of them.
I know you do, Josh.
do.
You're a very peculiar fella.
I'm very peculiar about stuff, man.
You're
Stuff
peculiar about almost everything.
stuff really irks my nerves. I got a lot of them.
Like if he comes home and his wife doesn't have him macaroni and cheese and chicken nuggets ready for dinner, he's really PO'd, man.
See, there's Suge. What Suge's referring to is I'm a pretty picky eater, and he likes to make fun of me because
Could you eat like a kindergartner?
yeah, if I go somewhere and they don't have anything I like, then I'll just get some chicken strips or something.
Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with that. You know why? Because hell, sometimes a man just likes what a man likes.
Yeah, and he don't like what he just don't like.
Yeah,
And last time I checked, I'm grown. I can eat what I want.
you can. You're exactly right. You know what, man? You know, it took me being until I was probably about 30 years old to realize, hey, man, if I want to eat ice cream for dinner, I can because nobody's telling me I can't. I just, being raised that way, thinking, man, I can't eat ice cream for dinner. The hell, you can.
But our kids can't.
No, they can't.
Well, they eat what we need them to eat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to eat whatever I fix.
But then when they get our age, guess what they can do?
They can eat ice cream.
They can eat ice cream for dinner.
Sure.
Sure.
That's the beauty of it, man. Sometimes we say, man, I wish I could be a kid again. Not me. Because when you're growing, you can do what you want.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, so, I've been on Facebook trying to get people to interact with us and, give us their comments and feedback and maybe some examples of some of their pet peeves. And I finally got some feedback.
Oh, yeah? What
I
you
did.
got?
So I had one person, she says that what really irks her nerves is when people sniff their nose.
Well, what do you mean? Like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's South Carolina weather out there. I mean, so she's probably pretty pissed off with
She's
the world right
she's
now.
probably pretty pissed all the time.
Yeah, I
Like
imagine so.
if that aggravates her, she's mad all the time. I do it. I mean, you don't always have a tissue available to blow your nose,
No, man.
you know.
I mean, if you're one of my kids, you just use your sleeve, Ain't that right, boys? I got these rascals out in the audience today.
So personally, I'd rather hear somebody like sniffing their nose than like blowing their nose.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't bother me unless, I'm at a restaurant eating or something and then you hear somebody blow their nose. Then because you try to stay cool, but you really want to go, hey, what the hell, lady?
Dude,
Like,
listen, man, and I got bad sinuses, so like I
Yeah,
sniff
me
my
too.
nose all the time because I feel like I'm stopped up and clogged up all the time. But you don't always have a tissue, and I think it was like I was like 20 something years old, and I just come to the realization that like I blow my nose all the time. But hey, funny thing, let me tell you this. So when I was like 19, 20, 21 or so, somewhere in that range, I went to a doctor and I complained about my sinuses. I said, "Doc, like I just feel stopped up all the time. What like what can we do?" You know what she told me?
What she tell you?
She said, "Welcome to being a man."
Exactly.
So I was like, right on, you know. I guess just having
I like a doctor who doesn't, you know, shoot the shit, like tells you straight up. Like be a man.
I was like, well, daggone, maybe I thought there might be something we could do to, maybe help me breathe a little better, but no, that's just being a man. Being a
Ah,
man means you can't breathe.
go to Walmart, get some Flonase, you'll be all right.
That stuff don't work, man. Mm-mm.
I don't I don't think it does either.
It don't, not at all. What else we got? Let me check. Um,
Thank y'all for these interactions, man. It really
Yeah.
does. It thrills
Yeah.
us whenever y'all do interact with it. I mean, y'all have no idea. It makes our entire day. Sometimes our entire week just for a comment or a like.
how about we got another one. She says when somebody calls her job, like basically somebody calls her and then asks her to hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. It's like, don't call me if you're not ready.
You know what, man? You know what? I don't feel bad, man, because most like customer service now is like a thing of the past, man. They're always telling me to hold. So I remember a time where my mom, like, she was on the phone with the phone company, and she just tells them, you know what? You hold on a minute. And my mom goes and washes dishes and then goes back, and they're still waiting on the phone. I was like, that's pretty badass.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm with it though. I mean, it's like, all right, I just took the time out of my day to answer your phone call, and you're gonna tell me to hold on.
Yeah.
Like, don't call me if you ain't ready.
Yeah. And I mean, we're talking about pet peeves, man. Here's something, one of my major pet peeves, man, is you call somewhere and you got to go through 10 minutes of machines to finally get to a person, and then it tells you press 1 for English. And then the person that gets on the other line has maybe been speaking English for a couple hours, seems like.
So, yeah, that's a big one for me.
It's like, damn it, I pressed 1 for English and I don't know what you're speaking to me, but obviously
I still can't
it's not
understand
English.
you.
Yeah, it's not English.
Well, look, that's that's a hard one for me, man. That's real hard. Like I get so mad.
Yeah.
Like, and I try to pay my bills and stuff, but sometimes I just say screw it because I can't even get a freaking human being on the telephone to pay a bill.
Yeah, doesn't that make you mad?
I,
Like,
is
yeah,
it?
it bothers me. Like, that's probably one of the worst ones.
Yeah, that's one of my worst ones. I mean, that never fails. If I call and I get an automated voice or I've got to go through the prompts and hit 14 times and just to pay a bill. Like, y'all be lucky if y'all get y'all's money. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Like, y'all will be lucky if you get your money.
You know what? The hell with it. Destroy my credit. I'm tired of this.
Hey, you got to prove a point. You got to draw a line and prove a point somewhere. They might as well be there.
Yeah. Like, I don't need these lights. I got candles at home I've been waiting to burn. Yeah.
So we could talk about pet peeves all day, man. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I had one earlier. Like, so it's early in the day, and I've already been pissed off in the world several times. I was at Walmart. Went to Walmart. Yeah, hate going there, but I had to go. Um, if you've been to Walmart lately, they've got the whole front half of the parking lot blocked off for pickup orders,
Yeah.
and they be empty. So us actual shoppers have to go way in the back and park and walk a half a mile
In the rain.
in the rain so that we don't end up in some pickup orders. And if the pickup orders are for those that are too damn lazy to go in the store and shop.
But then again, I don't really blame them. I mean, I don't use pickup orders, but I mean, you can't blame them. I mean, who wants to go into Walmart and smell all that funk and nastiness and to see the most ratchet people of this earth?
But you can be entertained in Walmart sometimes though.
Yeah, man. A lot of times, man, if you go into Walmart with a good buzz or something, like it's a lot more bearable. But just going into Walmart, just stone cold sober and having to deal with people in there, it's terrible.
But
Terrible.
But like when I ask people about that, I'm like, why don't you just go in the store and get what you need? And they complain about how their orders are screwed up or they didn't
Or
get this.
there's no registers open. Or then you got to go in there and scan your own groceries, and then some guy's waiting at the door to check your receipt and make sure that you paid for your groceries. And I'm like, dude, no, I don't have time for that. Listen, if you're that worried about it, you need to be up there checking my groceries out for me, making sure I paid. You ain't stopping me at the door and holding me up. I'm already in a hurry trying to get the hell up out of this hellacious place. No.
But it's just funny, man, because like I said, when I talk to those people, they're like, hey, I got the kids in the car and I don't feel like going in or whatever. I'm like,
Yeah, I kind of get that.
what? Yeah, but what did our parents do, man? Like they drug
They
our
took us
asses
in,
right on
and if
there.
we complain, we just left the Walmart with a bloody nose or something. You know?
Yeah. Like they just drug us on in there and made us act right while they did what they had to do.
Is it drug or dragged us in there?
I say drug. I don't know is drug not a word?
Drug is a word.
Drug is a word, but
Yeah. It's like
the
a
sense,
pharmacy where you
in the
go
sense
get
that
your
we're
drugs.
using it though, is it a word?
I think technically it's dragged.
Okay, well I got dragged in and made to act right, and if I didn't act right, I got embarrassed.
Yeah,
Basically,
because
if I embarrassed her in the store, then she embarrassed me.
yeah,
Yeah, that's another subject.
we'll talk about that at a later time. No, another thing that really, really gets me going:
What's that?
driving in Florence.
Driving in Florence?
Driving in Florence. Just I would rather drive in Columbia or Spartanburg, Greenville,
No,
than I would in Florence.
no,
Florence
sir.
is terrible. Listen,
No.
I don't like
Mm-mm.
Florence. I don't like half the people in Florence.
Florence is not a good place to drive around, but
No.
it's definitely better than Columbia. Or to be well, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I
Like,
don't
really,
know.
really think about it.
If you think about the infrastructure of these bigger towns, like they're accommodating
Yeah,
for all these
they're a
people.
little better equipped. I would definitely say.
Our roads are just too small and too many interchanges and too many red
Yeah.
lights for.
You got too many crackheads and damn, like rolling around in these jalopies, like going 20 miles an hour on a 55-mile-an-hour road.
Speaking of miles per hour, I got a speeding ticket the other day.
So, did you get a warning or
No, I
did
got
you?
cited. I got cited.
Well,
Yeah.
so you didn't dodge disaster.
No, I didn't.
I'll have to teach you how to do that.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't.
that's a
I
lesson
wasn't able
for
to
you.
dodge that disaster. But that's that's another story because there was two troopers sitting side by side, and it's almost like they were just taking turns pulling people over. Like one would leave, pull over, and then the other would leave and pull over.
Yeah. Land of the free, right?
Just seems like they always sit and hide around a curve or something where you can't see them.
Yeah, man. Like literal entrapment. That's another thing that bothers me. I guess just law enforcement in general really, really gets me. How they get away with things that us as citizens can't,
Like what?
like entrapment. Man, what if I was waiting with a blow dryer in my hand and sunglasses on, waiting for them to come down the road speeding and try to give them a citation? They wouldn't like that. They'd probably take me to jail.
No, they probably would.
Or they would assume I was on some type of narcotics.
Or they would just laugh about it. They could just laugh about it.
Some
I probably would. Like if I seen you standing on the side of the road with a blow dryer.
with my mustache and my aviators on and a blow dryer hanging out the window.
If I seen that, I'd probably be. I'd like, man, look at this guy.
Then turn around and like just tailgate him till he stops.
But yeah, I thought it was kind of weird, man, because where I got stopped at, it was You know, I usually travel that about that speed through there, but I thought it's kind of odd because when I pulled up, it was like a traffic jam of cars. Or when I went around that curve, there was like just I guess they just seen the cops before I did, and they started slowing down.
And you didn't
I didn't.
because you're a rebel.
I don't slow down. Like
All
you either,
gas,
hey,
no brakes, baby. All
I've
gas.
learned that you're more apt to get pulled over if you slam on brakes and try to slow down than you are if you just keep on going. So if I see one and I know I'm speeding, most of the time I don't even slow down. Like it's just, you know, you're either gonna pull me or you're not. If you by the time you see them, they already got you for whatever speeding you're going anyway. So
So how do we dodge disaster?
just drive the speed limit.
Just go the speed limit, bro.
Yeah, just go to speed
Just
limit.
do like me. Just drive the speed limit.
Especially in places where they've got multiple speed limit signs, all saying the same speed, so that they make sure you see it. Because this particular area had like 3 back to back to back. I didn't see any of them. They need to make them a little more visible.
Yeah, you'd think they would, but they don't.
Hey, speaking of pet peeves and today, I heard you had a wild time at a local Taco Bell.
Yeah, I heard you had a wild time at a local Taco Bell this week
I
too.
did. I did.
Whatever system they have at Lake City Taco Bell, whatever system they have going on there, it is not working. First off, nobody takes your order. They put you up there at a kiosk, and half of these people are in their 70s. You know, hell, they've never seen a touch screen in their lives, man. This is, this is some Back
But
to the Future stuff for
but they've
them.
got people there to assist with those folks that maybe don't know how to use those kiosks.
Yeah, but you'll be up. Yeah, but the old folks will be up there like sitting there 20 minutes before they figure out anything, or somebody comes and helps them.
So
then-
I don't personally have a problem with the kiosk. I mean, it took me a little while, but I've figured out how to use it. So for me ordering on it, it's no problem. My pet peeve is I like to pay cash for stuff like that. And when I get done ordering, you have to pay cash at the counter. So you can pay card on the kiosk, but you got to pay cash at the counter. But to pay cash at the counter, you got to have somebody actually come ask you, hey, do you need to pay?
Right.
I stood there, me and somebody else. We stood there, and I just kept noticing everybody going in front of me, and people that got there behind me, and they're getting their food, and I'm still waiting. So I finally asked. I was like, "Hey, y'all got an order for me?" They said, "What's your name?" I said, told them what my name is. They said, "No, we don't have an order for you." I said,
Yeah.
"What you mean?
You
What
know,
have you paid yet?" I said, "No."
Yeah.
I didn't know I had to pay. I thought once you submit it through the kiosk that it goes into order. They just won't give it to you until
you
you
would
pay.
think they would put a sign up there so people wouldn't be ignorant or oblivious to the fact that that's the process that they're doing now.
Well,
right?
the problem is just ask. Like, if you see me standing there for 20, 30 minutes, like, "Hey, sir,
what
how
you
can I
waiting
help
on,
you?"
cuz?
Yeah, "How can I help you, sir?" "Oh, I'm just waiting to pay."
Well, see, I paid with a card at the kiosk today and still watched people get their food before me that had come in way after me. Sat there an hour. I just finally had to tell him, hey, man, just go ahead and cancel that order for Coach.
This is how petty Suge is, though. He'll stand in line for an hour waiting on his food and then not even get it. Like, he'll leave and say, "Screw it. I don't even want this food no more."
Yeah, I totally pulled a Karen.
Carl.
A Carl. Yeah, I'm a Carl now.
Go ahead, talk. I'm looking at something.
So, guys, we went through, man. We talked about a couple pet peeves that bother us, man. Hey, man, y'all feel free to comment below this video and tell us what some of your pet peeves are. Maybe you don't agree with what ours are. But
I've got a matter of fact, I made a video yesterday. I was on 95, and that's another pet peeve of mine. Like people driving in the slow lane or the fast
I
lane.
think it's technically supposed to be legal now.
Well, I'm that guy. Like I openly admitted it that I'm that guy. I'm the guy that drives in the fast lane, even though there's nobody in the slow lane.
Me too.
But I rarely get past. But on occasion, I do get past. And like I said, I talked about this yesterday. But interstate travel is one of my biggest pet peeves. I absolutely hate the way people drive on the interstate. They act like they in such a hurry.
You know what? And most of the time, it's the people from Florida. It's always, you got somebody just being a complete asshole on the interstate. Take a look at their plate. 9 times out of 10, it's going to say Florida on the back.
So if they're just pissing you off going down the interstate, more than likely they're from Florida.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I get
Without
that.
a doubt.
But yeah, so I was going down in the fast lane, and like I'm that guy. Like if I'm in the fast lane and you're driving slow, like I'm not gonna go around you. I'm just gonna ride your ass until you move over.
Assless chaps.
Or are you ready?
No.
You know what we got. You remember what you said first episode?
I will lie. I just wanted to say it. Maybe during a commercial break.
Okay. Anyway, like, but I'm gonna ride your ass until you get over. And if you don't get over, I'm probably going to end up if you hit the brakes, I'm probably gonna run into you. But me driving in the fast lane, if I see a bunch of cars coming up behind me, I'm gonna get over. I'm gonna go ahead and get over, get out their way. But the problem is they won't let you. They won't give you enough time. See, I got my turn signal on. I'm trying to get over. Here they come.
Vroom, beep, beep, out of my way, Sunday driver.
Yes, sir. Going right on around me in the slow lane. Like, give me some time to get over and I'll get out y'all's way. But y'all won't give me time to get over. So that scenario, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna stay here and make y'all go around me.
It's a shame. It's a shame how many people have driver's license that shouldn't have driver's license.
A lot.
A lot.
I'm one of them.
But anyway, guys, hey, we're going to take a quick break, let y'all hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with you. This is Dodging Disaster with Suge and Josh. Thank you. Tonight's episode is brought to you by PD Tax and Payroll with Audrey Jordan, located on Palmetto Street in Florence, South Carolina. Come see Audrey for all your payroll and tax prep needs. 2025 Reader's Choice Award winner for Best Accounting Firm and Tax Preparation.
All right. We're back from Safe Zone Studios with Suge and Josh. This is Dodging Disaster. And I know it may not seem like it at home because of technology and editing and whatnot, but it seemed like a long time before we could get back going because Suge just had to get his hair just perfect.
Yeah, and so that brings up a good time, man. Really thank our sponsors, man. First off, getting my hair perfect, the Hair Lounge.
Yep. We want to thank our sponsors, the Hair Lounge, downtown Florence, Blake's Quick Stop over in Olathe, South Carolina, R&K Stop and Shop over in Effingham, the McGee Company.
And don't forget Piggyback's Barbecue and Catfish in Lake City.
Yep, Piggyback's Barbecue. And PD Tax and Payroll with Audrey Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
I think before we get started on this this last segment here, I want to talk about something that really brought something to our eyes last night.
Me and Suge were on the phone last night. We were having a conversation and it's one of the reasons like we decided to start this podcast is just some random off the wall stuff we were talking about. And we were talking about like alcoholism and being drunks and like we're not, but we were just rambling on about this stuff. Nah. Anyway, and it wasn't long, like as soon as we got off the phone, like I was scrolling through Facebook and I literally got a Facebook notification. Not just an ad that, when you're scrolling through your news feed, it was a notification saying, hey, if you need help, like we recommend that you call this number.
Yeah, right. And I had an ad pop up with pretty much the same thing. And
So-
Josh was just like, they listening, bro. Big brother, he's out there and he's listening.
Y'all just think about that whenever y'all
Technical difficulty.
y'all just think about that whenever whenever you're talking to somebody on the telephone, because they are people listening, and I don't care. Yeah, so I mean, you could be talking about a tube of toothpaste, and all of a sudden, Colgate's the number one sponsor on your or advertisement on your Facebook feed. So I don't know if I like that or not.
Yeah, but
I don't trust that too much.
sometimes, man, you gotta kind of give your brain a rest and really not think about that stuff so much.
Yeah,
So
talking about pet peeves and kind of our daily lives and the stuff we don't like about it, like what we want to talk about, kind of where do people go or what do people do to kind of forget about all the troubles of the day?
yeah, and I think we all do. I mean, going back, that could be why some people are alcoholics. Avoiding like everyday life, man. Hey, that's getting away from reality, I guess.
So we want to talk about like people's escapes from reality. What do you do? What are some of the maybe a hobby or just whatever it might be that kind of lets you forget about the real world for a little while.
Yeah. Do you wanna talk about what you do?
Well, Adam, Shug, I'll be honest with you, man. I don't have very much of an escape from reality. I live in the real world, and
As do I, Joshua. As do I.
and I'd love to talk. And I'll talk about it with you, but I just don't. I don't have a good example because I don't really have that place that I
So
go
you don't
where
you don't even like watch TV.
I do.
All right. Well,
But
yeah,
and I
sometimes
and I
when you're focusing on something like that, you're kind of escaping reality.
yeah, but I've
Okay.
got I've got like I got to be honest though. Like my mind never stops turning.
Mine doesn't either.
It's not, just because I'm watching TV, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm
Right. And
not thinking
that's
about my next move or
right. That's why it's hard for me to focus and watch TV unless I'm like really wound down for the day. I'm not a person that can watch TV during the day like that while I have things going on. Can't focus. I got to be wound down. Now, football and stuff, hey, that's that's one of my escapes from reality there, man,
I will say now that you mentioned that,
Yeah.
like when
Yeah.
my Carolina Gamecocks play,
Yes,
that's
sir.
that's the only time I really don't care about nothing else going on.
When wearing Willie B watching the ball game and not getting kicked out, man,
That's
that's an escape from
that's
reality, man.
always good.
Until you getting drug out by security and hell, reality creeps back in.
And it always seems to creep back in.
Yeah. The other thing, man, like, you know, as much as over the years it's become more of a job than a hobby, but it still is, man. Putting a guitar in my hands, maybe a pen and some paper and writing songs, performing songs, man, just music is probably my biggest escape from everything, man.
And I wish like and maybe I'm not trying to be difficult about the subject. Like that's just me, and I don't really have that, man, and I kind of wish I did. But I'd say about the only time I really don't think about a lot is when I'm sleeping, and half the time I dream about it. So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, me too.
I can't get away from it for a little while. There's stuff that helps. I like to hang out and spend time with my kids and take them to do fun things every now and then.
Yeah, maybe go to the gin spa.
We don't do that.
No, sir. That is illegal.
Yeah, we don't do
Well, it's
that.
not illegal if you go in there for the right reasons.
Yeah, don't go to the gym spa for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. That's how you dodge disaster.
I guess that could be a good escape from reality for somebody. They maybe go and get a nice massage.
Yep.
What else you got?
How I escape reality?
Yeah,
How I do? Man, fishing,
fishing.
hunting, man, just being in the woods.
And I can agree with that. I love to hunt and fish, and I just haven't had time to do any
It's
of it
hard to
lately.
find time these days, man.
Yeah, it is. It's
We got too many babies shedding up the house and
yeah,
everything else. And
babies and work and everything else. I really haven't had time to do some of that things, and they do. Like, I mean, when I get on a boat and I'm at the lake and I'm fishing or whatever for 7 or 8, 9 hours a day. There ain't a lot I think about out there other than catching fish.
Right. A bad day of fishing beats a good day of anything else, right?
So so basically, you feel like maybe a week's vacation is important in a
I
mental
think so.
health
Yeah.
state?
Yeah, maybe so.
Little,
I would say, man,
just a
because
little family vacation, just go off and do whatever.
here's the way I look at it, man. You have this one life. You know, if you're lucky, you're going to live to be maybe a little over 70 years old, if you're lucky in today's age. And you have but those 70 some years to cram everything you ever want to do. So do it.
And the problem is, man, a lot of people don't like.
Yeah.
A lot of people live life, and they
Because
go
you
through
can.
life, and they never do half the things they want to do or see half the things they want to see.
Because they're like me, they're poor, you know?
Well, that's and that's one of the reasons that I stay as motivated and don't have those escapes,
'Cause
because
one day
I'm
you-
trying my best to not be
Yeah,
poor.
because one day you're going to make sure that neither one of us are poor.
If I make it big, Suge, I'm gonna take care of you, brother.
If I make it big, I'm going to take care of you and that beautiful family
thank
you
you.
have.
Hey, just if you make it big on the road or something, just hire me as a roadie or something, and just take care of me. That's all I ask.
I think my chances have just dropped. That's why I'm doing this podcast now.
Nah, man. Nah. Just all it takes is one opportunity. One opportunity to change somebody's life.
Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime. Speaking of 8 Mile, listen.
Oh yeah. Let's get down to it.
Speaking about 8 Mile, man. How about that car I sent you last night?
Man, a 1971 Ford Galaxy.
500.
Yes.
It is a shit box.
But
I want to buy it so bad. Like just to cruise around in it.
And we're gonna put the disaster Dodger on the side.
Disaster Dodger Mobile.
Knowing good and well we'll probably be on 2 flat tires in no time.
No, we're not gonna do anything. We're gonna get it running. We're gonna put some new tires on it. We're not even putting the hubcaps back on it, though.
Hell no, dude.
No hubcaps, just steel
Let's put
wheels.
some white walls.
Steel wheels, fuzzy dice, shag carpet in the roof. That's it. Like
That would make me happy.
This
that
thing-
would help
what-
me escape reality.
what color would you say that thing is, man? Like a burnt orange, almost like a natural rust.
Yeah, it's almost like a natural rust with some flakes in it.
I've always wanted a totally undesirable, just 4-door sedan that you can get dirt cheap but runs and drives.
Dude, I had one. My first car was a 1989 Dodge Omni. And like literally it looked like a washing machine on wheels going down the road.
How long did you drive it?
At least about 2 years. And then some things happened and I was away for a while at law school, and my parents sold it, and the guy from Pizza Hut was using it to deliver pizzas, but he also had a lot of rather large ladies in the back of that car, as you could see, because it was always up like that. And you look in the back seat and you'd understand why.
Are they in there while he's delivering?
Not that I've seen.
Okay.
No.
So that was off duty.
Yeah, when he was off duty, man,
Extracurricular.
that thing was leaning. It was squatting. It was doing that Carolina squat thing.
You know who that was, or
No,
no?
I don't know the guy, because back then I didn't eat at Pizza Hut. I had to eat at Domino's.
Pizza Hut was good back then, though.
Pizza Hut was incredible back then.
It still is. Pizza Hut don't get the name that it deserves anymore.
No, it doesn't. I mean, there's too many pizza places around, but let me tell you something. Every time I go in Pizza Hut in Lake City, as soon as I walk in the door, you know what I say? Nobody out pizzas the Hut, baby. And they say, nobody out pizzas the Hut. I'm like, say it again, baby. Nobody out pizzas
I
the
bet they
Hut.
love that shit, too.
They do. They love it,
I
man.
bet they
I
love
get
it.
them going, man, and it gets them motivated. I get my food quicker.
There you go. There you have it. All you got to do is walk in the door and give them a little bit of praise.
Nobody out Pizza's the Hut.
and you get your food faster. I think that'll work on pretty much anywhere though.
Yeah, I'm
Not
really
not not,
glad.
not necessarily food, but anything, any kind of service.
And I'm glad that Pizza Hut is not associated with Taco Bell, or as we like to refer to it now, Taco Hell.
It's always been referred to as that.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
there's definitely Taco Hell
For
now.
other reasons, but we've changed that now.
Yeah. Yeah. We will no longer be partaking in Taco Bell.
You speak for yourself, man. Taco Bell, I wait an hour for my food. It don't matter.
Well, you go ahead, Josh.
And I'm not gonna say I like it.
That's why you're getting
I'll
fat now.
I'll probably be mad about it, but I'll wait for Taco Bell. I will. Taco Bell's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
So what we got on escaping reality, man? Like, why is it important? Why what are some examples?
Read a book.
Reading a book.
Read a book.
So you leave one dramatic filled world and walk into another.
Well, see, here's the thing about me, how you say that, you stay in the real world. See, I don't read fantasy or fiction. I read nonfiction. I read a lot of autobiographies and biographies and war books going back from Revolution all the way to Vietnam. I read a lot of that stuff because that's just what I like to read, man. It's real stuff that happened. I mean, it keeps me because I'm a history lover, man. I'm a history buff, and I always will be. So, but to me, that's still a little bit of an escape, man, because yes, it was reality at some point through
It was
history.
reality,
Yeah.
but it's not your reality.
Right.
You're reading about somebody else's reality. And
Right.
maybe you learn something from it. Maybe as long as I feel like anything you do in life, man, as long as you take something away from it and you get better or you grow from it, I think that's better. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Y'all, anything, just like this podcast, man. We like to get on here and have some fun and talk about some things that we like to talk about. But at the end of the day, like when we want listeners to feel like they left here either more entertained, more educated, or
Very misinformed.
yeah, or at least something. Like feel something. We don't want anybody to leave here and not feel anything.
Because I do. I like it when you feel me. You know what I mean?
You too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just want you to feel me. I want you to feel what I'm saying.
He wants you to feel what he's saying.
Do you feel me?
And if you don't feel what he's saying, then we're not doing our jobs.
How do you like me right now?
I like you pretty good.
I like you all right too, Joshua.
You're all right.
And I tell you what, man, this is kind of strange doing this in the day.
It is. It is. We're gonna have to quit doing that.
Yeah. But the thing is, we have no guests.
I feel like the longer, the later we do this, though, the more we loosen up. I don't know. I actually had like some small jitters before we started today. Like, I was almost a little nervous.
Know what we call that in the music business?
What's that?
Pre-show jitters.
Well, that's what I said, jitters.
Pre-show jitters.
Well, and I've never had that. Like, we hadn't done many shows, but I've never had that before. And I don't know, maybe it's because we did them later.
Yeah, probably so.
It's just a little different now.
It seems like we've also had the later shows. We run into more complications too, so it takes us a while to get started.
I'm not lying.
Yes, man. Y'all have no idea what goes on behind the scenes here before we actually get behind these microphones and this computer and this board and these lights and this camera and this beautiful scenery around us.
Maybe one day we'll be able to just walk in the door and sit down and just boot everything up and start filming. But
what's up, y'all?
Yeah, it definitely doesn't work like that right now.
Nope. Hey, we're still learning.
You've got two non-tech savvy guys trying to figure this stuff out.
We're blue collared.
Blue collar.
I know you can't look at me and tell, but I'm blue collared, Joe.
We're gonna talk about some blue collar activity in one of these shows too.
Probably coming up very soon.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily blue collar, but pretty much anything.
Josh, did you fart?
No.
Are you sure?
I didn't.
Because I smell something.
Did you do it?
It wasn't me. I wouldn't have mentioned it if it was me.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
Well, congratulations, everybody. This is our first fart on the show, and it come from Josh. And it's quite terrible. So here we go.
No.
Getting off track because Josh just threw everything off track because he wants to be a disgusting, vile human being right here beside me. You see how close we are? You see this? Yeah. Now, why would you fart that close to me?
Suge.
Josh.
If
I'm
y'all
asking
know
you-
Suge, y'all know damn well Suge done that.
No,
But
Suge
anyway,
didn't.
Unfortunately, due to foul stench, we still got to continue.
We have a few more minutes of this, and I'm gonna bear it.
Yeah, I will too. I don't want to because it didn't come from me, but I will.
I wish I could escape reality right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wish I could just dodge this whole disaster you just had in your pants.
Anyway, listen. I gotta look. Let me look at something. We had some people want some advice on the show the other day.
Yeah.
Let me find out where they at.
Well, I guess this is the segment of the show where we go to Suge's advice column. So, Josh, you shoot that question to me, and
Well, you got to keep talking. Give me time to find it.
well, hey y'all, this is Dodging Disaster with Suge and Josh.
Hey,
And-
question. While I'm looking,
yeah.
did anybody actually figure out what Mr. Krabs' secret formula was?
Hold on, I think we got one in the crowd here. What is the secret, Liam? What is Mr. Krabs' secret ingredient for the Krabby Patty formula? It's crabs. But why don't you come up here and tell him real quick? Why don't you come up here because he's saying things and he talks so fast I can't understand him. So you don't have ADHD, son.
So it's either because Mr. Krabs killed all the other crabs, and that's why they're called Krabby Patties, because there's no other crabs in Bikini Bottom except for Mr. Krabs.
So what you're saying is he put crabs into the Krabby Patties. So people are eating crabs. So
I-
you're saying Mr. Krabs is a cannibal. All right. Well, there you have it. Straight from my oldest son's mouth. That is the secret ingredient to Krabby Patties.
The crab. And it's crazy because SpongeBob went a long time. And like, eventually you find out what it is and you never do.
Well, it's probably not as bad for him unless he was like eating a sponge.
Speaking of farts, somebody said, why does a fart smell more in the shower?
Probably. Well, see, a hot shower or a cold shower. And a cold shower, I don't think it would. And I mean, I'm no Scientologist here, but I think the steam, the hotness, it's like, does a fart smell worse in the wintertime or the summertime? It's the heat.
Maybe it doesn't smell worse. It just lingers longer.
Yeah, probably because of that steam, man. It's getting trapped in those water vapors. Like I said, once again, I'm no Scientologist here, but that's my explanation.
Somebody else said, if you punch yourself in the face and it hurts, are you weak or are you strong?
If you punch yourself in the face and it hurts, are you weak?
Does that mean you're weak or does that mean you're strong?
You know what, man? I'm really confused, but I'm going to give this my best shot right here. All right. All right. So bear with me. All right. So I don't feel like I'm a very strong guy. And if I punch myself in the face, I don't think it would hurt that bad. But maybe, because maybe I'm slow. And, slow people don't know their own strength. And slower people also can take pain better. So I guess it really depends on where you are on the spectrum. Like, are you slow? Are you a regular person? So, yeah, there's some discrepancies there.
There you have it. Suge's advice on whether or not you're strong or weak when you punch yourself in the face and it hurts. Anyway, last but not least, had a fella, he was real curious on like how to start a small business. And I don't know if this was for his own personal advice or if he was just asking us to explain it to other people. And I'm gonna sum it up. I'm gonna sum it up because we're gonna touch on this maybe next episode. You know, we like to have fun on dodging disaster. We like to cut up, and we're gonna continue to, but we do like to talk about some serious stuff. And we like to help. You know, so we want to talk about how to start a small business, or at least in our eyes, how we done it, or maybe have somebody come on that might have a little more experience on it next week if they'd like to.
I think that'd be a great idea.
But my advice is just do it. That's the only thing about starting a small business that hurts everybody is they just don't ever pull the trigger and do it.
You got to take that risk.
Put yourself in a position that allows you to take that risk and do it.
Because the worst possible thing is you lose everything, you go broke, your wife leaves you and finds another man, takes your kids, and I mean that's the worst. I mean, what you got to lose, bro?
From what I understand, man, if you're trying to start a small business and you're scared to do it, then you probably already don't have anything. So what you got to lose?
Exactly, man.
If you're anything like me anyway, I didn't really
Just
have anything. So
do it. Like Nike says, just do it.
just do it. That's the best words anybody can ever tell you is just do it. Like, don't worry about the consequences. Don't worry about the repercussions.
Just do it.
If you want to start a small business, if you're passionate about something, just do it.
You want to wear a pair of assless chaps? Just do it.
There we go again.
Anyway, guys, listen, this has been a lot of fun, man. We're glad to be back. Hope y'all have had a great new year. This is Shug,
And Josh.
and this is Dodging Disaster. We'll catch y'all next episode.
Yep.
Thank y'all.
for tuning in.